Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Mr. Joseph. We're gonna ask some questions. We're gonna ask him some questions, how your security company doing, and if you was in the situation that healthcare person was in, how would your security personnel handle it?
Handle what? To get shot?
Handle the situation like if they was to be hired by you.
If we was do the security for the young gentleman, it wouldn't have been on. Like no one got close to him.
No one got close.
Yeah, and
Okay.
his schedule wouldn't have been broadcast.
Okay. Okay.
So that's one way we would have had that. With that, he would have still been here today.
Okay. So, how do you think he made it that far? Like he made it all the way to Pennsylvania after he did the deed.
He could have made it farther if he was smarter, but he made a bunch of mistakes.
What kind of mistakes would you avoid if you was in that
Oh,
situation?
if it was me, I would have never had the same clothes. I never would have kept the evidence with me. I would have
That's
burned it as
true.
I go.
Yeah, because I believe he had like a ghost gun. That was a 3D printed gun.
Yeah.
So he could have definitely melted that
Oh
down.
yeah, easily.
I,
Well, I told you, world's dumbest criminals.
yeah. And for some reason, he went further into the states when he could have left the states up north to Canada.
Yeah, he wasn't. He
So
didn't. He planning out. His timing was off. Everything.
yeah, it's just crazy nowadays. So do you think incorporating some like more advanced stuff could help prevent it? Like let's say I guess more cyber security for him, like so that his schedule wouldn't be broadcast around and all that.
Well, yeah, his itinerary should never be broadcast for one. And then they should have had him some executive protection. Especially when you have a keynote speak, anything like that, they need to have some kind of security because you
Yeah.
just never know. You don't know who's following them. You don't never know. And
Okay.
that was in my eyes could be a big liability for the event.
So if he was a part of your security personnel, or I mean, not like a vendor, basically, you basically have him go into the back door and have people monitoring the alleyways of New York
Yeah,
before he goes in.
we did walkthroughs of the property of the event, and there
Okay.
would have been ways to get in and get out, especially if it was a situation was to occur, and we didn't have fast access to get in and out of there.
Okay. So you heard it here, folks. Make sure you hire Strategic Protection Security. Mr. Joseph here, he's looking out for y'all right now. So
That's right.
how do you think security is going to advance in the future at this rate?
With the rate of, what do you mean by at this rate?
Because right now we just saw a CEO get killed on like they showed the video of him getting killed. By the way,
Okay,
so I'm guessing there's going to be like an uptick in security services for people because they want to get
okay.
that premium security, right?
Well, yeah, you would think that everyone thinks that security is not important. So um, there would have to be more CEOs getting or decision makers. Any CEOs, decision makers is at the top, get the gun down for that to really to be in effect.
I mean, people are already making memes about how he getting killed and how they having other CEOs climbing up at that point. Like they're making memes about Chick Fil A CEO. Well, not really Chick Fil A, but more like Chipotle CEO saying they gonna raise the prices, and all of a sudden you hear a gunshot, and then it's like, oh, never mind. You think they're gonna be like a motivating factor for them? Because there's people making videos out there.
Well, I think that it could be a motivating fact if they were smart, if they was thinking about the liability they put in the person, targeting the person back. That brand, yeah, it would be very important.
Okay.
But if they don't understand it, then it's not going to go nowhere. So we have to convince them.
Okay.
Well, what you're doing is it's not safe for that individual.
Okay. So how will you more like convince them? Like, what's some things you how should I say this? How advertise to them to say, okay, you really need this right now because this is not good right now.
I would try to point out the details of what's important. For securing a life or having a bunch of lawsuits or a bunch of liabilities over that individual.
Okay. Okay.
Because for me, I would say that whoever hired that event for the healthcare, United Healthcare, whoever started that event, it should have some kind of liability because they didn't have no security in place. They didn't protect him at all. He was a keynote speaker, so him in his position, he was a very powerful position. He's a decision maker, so he should have some kind of protection. And then he should be smart enough to say, "Hey, I need protection myself, and I don't want to pay my detail guys to do it."
Okay. Yeah.
So
He should have had a
yeah,
detail protecting him
yes,
because you never know what's going to happen, especially in New York. It's
yeah,
heck, even a rat can take you out in New York.
Man, I seen Splinter.
Splinter, they're bigger than Splinter. They take down dogs, cats, people. They chase you down. It's a it's a no walk zone there. Let's see here. What is your biggest challenge in security at this point?
Biggest challenge is security.
Mhm.
It's the fact that it's the hiring. It's the mindset of the officers.
Okay, so it's like what them asking for too much pay, or they're not understanding their.
They're not educating themselves.
Okay, they're not.
They do a lot of things that, for instance, they put a lot of hours on their body and don't even go get medical treatment, go see the doctor to make sure they're good, and then go to the post the next day and then they just collapse for some reason.
Okay, so it's
No.
about health for them, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of different things that security officers don't do. They can make their job a lot better.
So this actually kind of connects back to a little bit connects back to the health person, because on the bullets he had what was it? I think it was defend, deny, or deduct or something like that.
Okay.
And you know, healthcare premiums aren't the cheapest sometimes.
Yeah.
So you think that might play a factor in that?
It could. Like I said,
Okay.
because healthcare is expensive for a security officer.
Yeah, because they're in their liability and they could cost them a
Yeah.
lot more money than a regular person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I can see where it could.
So, but I know they get paid like for being on the shift, so it's like, well, they don't have enough saved up, so it should be like better finances for them to, or they should get some financial counseling so they can save up.
Oh yeah, always financial literacy.
Okay, so in case they miss a day and they can, okay, I can get
Yeah.
better next day and come back in.
Have something.
Okay.
You know, have a savings plan. Put yourself on a budget, things of that nature to make it to where you can have the funds to take care, go to the doctor visits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a lot of things that they can do to learn, but they have to want to do it.
So what other advice can you give for security?
As far as what, protecting yourself, or as far as from a guard's perspective, from an owner's perspective, what?
Let's try cost effective to see if we can help you get some more customers. You know.
Cost effective?
Yeah.
Well, it's not about the cost. It's about identifying the service that they actually want and actually giving it to them and showing them a value.
Okay.
But the client has to also understand that you can't get 8 ounces of lemon juice out of one lemon. Okay.
Oh, I can try. Get some water.
Yeah, they can taste like lemon.
It ain't gonna taste like lemon, but it ain't gonna taste like water.
You know, so they have to understand what they're actually looking for, what they actually want, and be realistic and make it and be logical with it.
Okay. So do you have like some example properties you can show them?
Some example properties.
Yeah, like some examples. Like let's say you have a property with cameras on it, or you can show them. I say, look here, this is a video of a property with cameras on it. This is how they get monitored and all that stuff. It's not showing their whole security system, but it's just showing them a glimpse of what they could have.
Okay. Yeah, I will send it to your IT department so they can throw it into the video.
Okay. I made more work for myself, guys. Look at that. I'm always needed.
With cameras and having guard or presence, they go together. They can go together everywhere and work really nice, and give you a property a lot of security. It's even good if you have a camera sits on the property where you can even see what's going on, making sure the guard is even has some kind of integrity.
Okay.
But any guard you put out there, you need to make sure that the owner's perspective, make sure they do the job and give the client what they're looking for.
Okay. And the client can request to remove the guard or have the guard changed out, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a pretty open system. So that means y'all can sign up real easily.
Yes.
And get the guard you want. But
you may have to go through a lot of guards, but hey, good luck.
I mean, it's like an needle in a haystack for these type of things. You know, you never know.
But the only downfall to that is when they replace the ask for the guard is that they don't know what they were looking for. That's why I say they got to identify what they're actually looking for, because we can replace a guard and just let the client ask for it, and then kind of find out. I'm gonna give you this scenario I had to deal with. A client asked for a guard. He was complaining that the guard that we had out there was getting it too early, setting off the alarm, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked for a new guard. Then when a new guard, we replaced the new guard, they go out there. He said, "Hey, can they come in 15 minutes early?" I'm like, well, what was the purpose of replacing the other guard? You didn't like the other guard coming in and coming to work early. Now you want this new guard to come in and work early. So they have to. That's why I say it's very important. They need to know what they're looking for and be realistic.
Okay. Do you think it may have been like another factor instead of just that? Like, let's say another guard had to use their personal phone for their like officer apps and stuff like that. It could have been
Yes.
like a loss of device or losing or constantly losing their device or something like that. Could that
Yes,
be a factor?
it could be. But what if that guard that was the new guard that was hired just for that specific time to be there,
Mhm.
and they couldn't get there no sooner? But then they didn't came and modify the schedule.
Oh yeah,
Now
I can see that being an issue.
that causes another issue. Yeah.
As long as they're willing to pay for that extra 15, 30 minutes they need to be there.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess
not
it'd
even
be no
that, but
problem.
we did not really rearrange our schedule and someone else's lifestyle, and then we got never been had to go back and rechange that, and so
Okay.
that causes an issue internally and externally.
Okay.
So
So what about if a client hires a guard for a certain amount of time, but they cut it off early? Wouldn't that affect the guards also?
yes, it would affect the guard.
Okay.
And most security contracts, they have a 4 hour minimum. If they cut it off before 4 hours,
Mhm.
they would still have to give that guard that 4 to 5 hour minimum.
Okay.
In other words, if a guard is on the post and they decide to close it because of power failure or something like that,
Mhm.
if the company has some hours for the guard to pick up, then that would be great.
Okay.
But if not, then the guard would just have to take that loss.
Tell us about the guard position. Like, what kind of guards do you have? Like non-commissioned, commissioned, weapons, no weapons.
Yes, non-commissions, no officer without weapons. Commissions, officers with weapons. Private investigations, process serving, and other things that have been security, PPO work, and things of that nature.
Okay. Okay. So so process serving can be for anything, really. Any important document you want to serve up to someone.
Carrier can be for any important document.
Oh, okay, carrier.
But process service mainly legal documents from lawsuits, settlements, things of that nature.
Okay. So if I classify something as a legal document, but it's not a legal document, I can still use your services, right?
If you think it's classified, you need to make sure this comes over from your attorney. In other words, if you think it's classified.
Oh, okay. I'll just get like a little seal of approval, say, okay, stamp, and here you go.
Yeah, well, we're going to put you in the carrier service.
Is the rates different or is it the same?
It's a little bit different.
Okay, it's a little bit different.
So the question you really want to ask me?
Yeah, it's kind of political. You know how.
Oh yeah, you've been asking one to get me to do this one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen this time. I'm just gonna ask questions. Listen, I'm not really gonna argue with you about it.
Let's make it fun. You got to go back and forth.
I mean, I know it's fun to go back and forth, but I'm just, it's a good Tuesday. It's
Okay.
Taco Tuesday. I just want to enjoy myself. Too.
All right.
And it's close to Christmas time too, so it's like okay.
So let's have fun at it.
So I know you heard about the news that Trump is deporting the whole family.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you're gonna help them out of the border too, right? I heard Texas.
If you need me.
Okay, I heard Texas just bought. No, I heard some people were donating Texas land for deportation processes.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's whole people donating their farms or farmland, I should say.
Okay, they must get some kind of. Okay, that ain't bad. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't see nothing wrong with the deportation of the family. I'd rather deport the family than one individual than you have a broken home.
Yeah, but what about those that came over here by themselves?
I'm pretty sure they got families.
So you want to deport the family that's already over here with them?
No. I'm saying they got legal. They legal to be here. That's okay. But if you are here, you don't have the right paperwork. You do the proper procedures to stay here. Then I'm not. No.
Okay. So what if they're waiting for their papers to get processed? Like
That's a different story. You doing the right things. You're doing the right steps to get what you need to stay here. You're doing what's right.
Okay.
But the ones that's not is what I have an issue with.
Okay.
Especially the ones that's making issues over here, trouble.
Yeah, there's always someone making issues. Yeah. It's like a little bad batch only for the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
It's So what's your viewpoints so far on the whole deportation issue and all that stuff?
Criminals don't need to be here. You come here to do things, harm our kids, and then you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
If you're not coming here to get along with society, why are you coming here?
Yeah, everyone needs to get along with society. What about those who are working as part of society?
That's fine, but they got to do what's right.
And get legalized?
And get legalized.
Okay, so what if that affects our job market, like the roofers and all the people that are doing hard labor that no one wants to do?
How would it affect it? That same person that is doing the roofing that's legal, that want to get legalized should
Well,
still be
but
wanting
what
to
if
do the
they're
roof.
not legalized?
Then I understand that they shouldn't be here. They're not doing what's right.
Yeah, but they're not. They're contributing, and they're not taking away
That's
from
not
it.
really contributing because the money is not getting. They're not getting filed income taxes, so
Yeah,
they're
I
hurting the
guess so.
economy.
I guess so. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when did they ever say America was? I never heard nobody say America was. I never believed it. That's why I got into security.
it's never safe.
Yeah,
The only thing you can do is try to avoid the situation.
yeah. So the fact that he traveled, he went from Atlanta to Pennsylvania,
I think New York to Pennsylvania, did
or New York to Pennsylvania. I mean,
Yeah,
when he
what's-
traveling from one, he was very sloppy. He had too many identifications. He was getting caught up regardless.
But thank
I got-
y'all for
I got-
following us. I'll
This
put it in
guy
the
here.
description. But y'all have a good day. Taco Tuesday.
No, we gotta do that over.
You really want to do it over?
I don't like that. I made a mistake.
You ain't gonna like anything.
Yeah, on Facebook is just a security guy. Okay, let's go.
Well, he said he gonna put it in the description.
Yeah, no, but this does look professional for me too. For me, for someone of my caliber who's always on social media, to put that out there because I have so many followers.
You see what I told y'all? He's never satisfied.
No, I was looking for the best. I appreciate the opportunity to be in front of you, Mr. Bailey, and answering all your questions.
Mhm.
Hopefully, the world understands a little bit more about security and the importance of it.
Yeah, security is very important, guys. Make sure y'all
Most definitely
look up your security measures and see what y'all want to do for yourselves in the future.
And
You never know. You never know.
I'm looking for a successful 2025.
2025.
That's right. Let's move them in.
Yep, another great hair for him.
Oh my God.
Y'all have a good day. Happy Taco Tuesday.